Appreciate you all for coming through. Today, we're going to do another series in our basic CCNA lab called Router on a Stick. So, task one, we're going to be setting up the lab or checking out the lab and basically talking about why we're going to use Router on a Stick. So, basically, Router on a Stick is used to allow one VLAN to talk to another VLAN. So in this particular image right here, you can see we have like VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, and this is how that's set up on the other labs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down that IP schema so that we can have information so as to know how we would have our devices IP. So we already got descriptions on the interface. So I'm gonna pull that real quick so that we could just save some time. That's gonna be part of our given information. So FAO1 is connected to router 1, which that's gonna be performing the routing function for these two VLANs, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. So PC1 right here is on VLAN 20, which VLAN 20 is 192.168.20.1/24. Right, that's the subnet, but we changed that. Let me see. I'm gonna have to look on the routers. Switch 1 VLAN. That's VLAN 1. That's VLAN 1. All right, we didn't give a specific IP for VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. So there we go. VLAN 20 is 192.168.20.1 with a stroke 24. PC2 is also on VLAN 20. Right. So VLAN 20. It's going to be 192.168.20.2 stroke 24. In case we got to change that, we might have to change it. Right, and so let me see here. On int 21, that's a trunk port. Right, FAO 2, 3. So we gotta have space for PC3 and PC4. Wait a minute. On switch 1, '20 is on VLAN 20. 22 is on VLAN 10. That's my bad. VLAN 10 is 10.1. 10.1. with a stroke 24. Right, so those are on different VLANs. Int21 is a trunk to switch 2. And so what we're going to be doing in this ROAS is we're going to be configuring routing on router 1 over here so as to allow VLAN 10 to communicate with VLAN 20. Right now they have no way of really communicating with each other because there's no routing in between them. So let's see here. This is switch 2, so port gig. I don't know what that is. Switch 2 gig 1 is connected to router 2. All right, we're not using that for this lab, but that's the connectivity there. So int PC3, wait, PC, I got this all crazy up here. 2022 is PC3. 1 and 3, so those are odd. So this is gonna be 2 and 4 most likely. PC2 VLAN 20. PC2 VLAN 20. It's gonna be port IP2. This would be PC4, which would be 10.2. So to say. Alright, that's a trunk. It's a trunk port. Right, so that's like what we know right there. We know all of this information right here. Right. Alright, so task 2. Configure the switches. So that means we're going to configure VLANs assign VLANs to specific ports. Configure trunk port VLAN allowed on trunks. Yeah. Just trunk port, switch port allowed. Right, so task 3 is going to be to configure the router, our router. Right, so let me see that, and so to do that we got to configure subinterfaces and then enable those enable the physical interface that the subinterfaces are connected to. Right, so that's kind of like our task list. And then task four would be to check connectivity. And that would be pinging between host PCs. Right. All right. Let me pull this up a little bit. Get in here and see what it do. Most of this is done, but we're just gonna go over the configs in the steps and make sure that it's some errors in it. So I'm gonna straighten out the errors as best. Menu Cisco. First, what we'll do is we'll go to this. We'll check the config on switch 1. So switch 1 is on 5. To this terminal server. Menu Cisco. We want to jump into switch 1, which is on 5. Log into there, show run. So we're trying to see int this one. Really we looking for these two. And we want to make sure that those two are members of the prescribed VLANs. So as we can see right here, int 20 is a member of VLAN 20. And we see 22 is a member of VLAN 10. So we could also do like show VLANs, and that'll also let us know where VLAN 10 and 20 is active at. But for some reason on this particular device, it doesn't show VLAN 20. I still don't know why. But we do see VLAN 20. Is configured to be a member of VLAN 20. So switch 1, good to go. Now we got to check switch 2. Right. Control Shift 6X. Switch 2 is on 7. Log into switch 2. Once again, I'd like to say to all the packet chasers, thank you for coming through. And if you like what you see and you see what you like, please take this time out to press the like button so that we could continue to make videos like these. And if you have any comments about the particular video, please feel free to make a comment in the comment section. We'll appreciate that. So let me see, we're in the switch 3 when we're supposed to be in the switch 2. Control Shift 6X. Switch 2 is on 6. Alright, so let's check out switch 2. Make sure that it's configured correctly. All right, let me see. Uh, as we can see, that's not correct. And because that's going to be here, let me look at the map. Switch 222 is on port 4. 22 is PC4. 20 is PC2. PC2 is on 20, right? So 20 and 22. So let me see, 20 and 22. So let's configure those real quick. Int FA 0/20 switch port access VLAN. Let me see, 20 goes on VLAN 20. No shit. Control Z. Oh, my bad. 0/22, I think. Let me see, 20, now 22. Switch port access VLAN. That's supposed to, why doesn't it say? Let me see. That's supposed to say VLAN 10. No shut. Show VLANs. Alright, so we got 20 as a member of 20 and 22 as a member of 10. We could color code them also, because that's we could add that to the description if we want, but that was a separate lab with us there. So we got that, those two parts of the lab configured correctly, right? Let me check out the trunk real quick. Show trunk. Show int trunk. That's it. Alright, so those are the trunks. Encapsulated .1Q. Trunk in VLAN 1. Here's the VLANs allowed on those trunking ports. So we see VLAN 10 and 20 are allowed on those particular trunk ports. Let me see, this is switch 2 is gig 2. Alright. Why do I have that marked as gig 1? Oh, that's router 2. Alright. Gig 1, 21, 23. Alright, there's the map right there. 21 is a trunk. 23 is also trunking. 24 is trunking. Gig 2 is trunking, so that's cool. VLANs allowed on trunk 10 and 20. VLANs in spanning tree forwarding state and not pruned. So VLAN 20 is 1 is untagged, that's a trunk. VLANs 1, 10, and 20 are allowed across 21 and 23. VLANs 10 and 20 are allowed across 24. So there we go right there. All right. All right, next thing we do is configure VLANs, assign VLANs a specific port, configure trunk switch port VLAN allowed on specific ports. That's already done. We could just check out the commands. We already saw that on the show VLANs, what was allowed, and able to configure the router. So that will be our next task. We can move on to task 3, check out the router. Config, Control Shift 6X. We talking router 1. Hop in there. I think I already did these sub interfaces, but we're going to check right now. There's that loopback, which is .60. This is connected to FE00, which is .30. That's our default gateway. I don't know what that is right there or why that is. Alright, but there's one sub interface right there. So we're going to do the other one for VLAN 20. Alright, I copied that so I can make sure I got the right interface. Hold up. I just looked at that config. Here, let me just snatch that real quick. It's going to be 1.20. See if I can add a description to that. It let me create it. Let me see what's up. $20. .1Q20. Oh, that's why I was tripping. My bad. That was me. Alright. Let me see something. See if I could give it a description. VLAN 20. ROAS lab. Let me name this other one 1.10 control previous. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to get my control P is previous. Let me see. I didn't. Description is VLAN 10 ROAS lab. All right. All right. So right there. Right there we have it. Those are both configured as sub-interfaces to fast E01, which the hard address is a 10 dot. And let me see. So that means, let me see. We could change that to like 1.1. Change that to like 2.1. Alright, that's what we do. Then we'll change this. Let me see. Go up here to a 2.1 and a 1.1. Alright, so that's how we would have to re-IP that. Ping between the hosts. Let me see something right here. CDP neighbor show IP route. Alright, so that 1 dot FE00 directly connected. We got a 1 dot, so let me see. What's on int FE00? Router 1. Alright, cool. We don't have no 2.0s routing through there, but it definitely will happen if need be. What's up, Ryder? Y'all in?
Yeah.
Alright. We're Sage.
You live?
Huh?
You live?
No, I'm just doing like I'm taping for a class. What's up with you?
Just going outside.
It's good to see you. Alright, so there we go. We got that config on router 1. Whoopty whoopty bam. Right, so we're gonna, with that, I don't have no host directly connected, so it's no way to ping across hosts. Let me see. Show IP int brief. 1.30. That's our default gateway. 10 dot, I don't know what that is. Our loopback is 1.60. That's not even up, so it don't matter. Show ints. Show int. Alright, we don't want to look at all of that. Alright, so we're going to copy that down. That's like saved. And that's going to be about the here, let me see, Control Shift 6X. We're gonna hop back into those switches. Show sessions. Show sessions. No sessions is up. All the sessions is closed. So we're gonna hop back into switch 1, which is 5. We're gonna hop back into switch 1. All right, there we go. Show sessions 1. We're gonna hop back into switch 1. Right, let me see. Show LLDP neighbor. Boom. So right there on switch 1, we can see switch 2 and switch 1. Right. We're not going to be able to do anything like show IP. Alright, so that's directly connected to 1.30, which if I wanted to ping from show IP int show VLANs. Alright, so what I'm getting at is I got VLAN 10 and 20 on, and that's on switch 1 on those particular ports. So if I wanted to now ping from, if I wanted to ping from a device on VLAN 22 to a device, from a device on VLAN 10 to a device on VLAN 20, I will be able to, because now I have ROAS, or something also known as inter-VLAN routing, configured on these devices. I appreciate all of you guys for coming through again for this particular session. If you like what you see and you see what you like, please take time to click on the like button.